Hello friends. In a previous video we just discussed this root 5 rectangle here and then the wave repetitions in the rectangle and then these two M formations we are having here where we ended the discussion. We are going to continue from there quickly and then we would see what we can expect going forward. And then in the previous video I mentioned some root 2 rectangles, please. That was a mistake. It is root 5 rectangle. We were working only with root 5 rectangle. We don't have any root 2 rectangle here. So please, that was a mistake. And sorry, we discussed these two cycles where we said they were alternating. They look like alternating actually, but this is where we give our opinion here. If we zoom in the two sections, we zoom in this side, you can see we have one M formation here before the advance here and this decline. Now, if we check for the other side, we would see that it's the same thing that occurred there. So here also we have this M first, then this advance before the decline. But here the decline is not there yet. It has not occurred yet. And that is what we are anticipating. If this wave is not alternated and is the same wave, and this came out because it had to complete this same swing down here or this same sharp decline, then it leaves us with this connection here, this connecting wave here, because we see that these two waves which repeated, this side and this side which has repeated, the connection between the two repetitions is this swing we have here, this wave here. This is the link between these two repetitions, and that is the only side also which has not repeated yet. So this M formation we have here, after the completion of this M formation, if this wave will repeat, then that is where the confusion, let me put it that way, that is where the confusion comes in. If this wave here is alternated, then probably this might also be alternated. If it will repeat, if it will not repeat, then that's okay. But if it will repeat, then I would entreat us to just watch it carefully, because it might repeat and look alternated also. But we would just look at something else for now, because we projected our wave, our swing 3 times. We would concentrate on only the third square, because now price is in this third square here. So we would just want to concentrate only in this third square here. So what you do, I'll do first, I would want to draw this diagonal between this the three squares. I would want to draw this diagonal between the three squares, the main diagonal. This is the main diagonal that goes across the three squares. That is the diagonal here, and we can see how it has prevented price from moving further up. Now from here today or this week, we can see that price is just on the line there. Price is just on the line there, and then if we would have a decline, price has to break and close below this major diagonal. Then we would have price declining down to maybe the bottom level again. Otherwise, what we will do again is that we want to divide our last square into thirds. What I mean by that is that we will divide that square into three equal parts. Three equal parts. and see also a trend there. So let me just do it quickly. Then another one like that. Already I found the half point here. So I would also draw a diagonal to the half point. I'll do it very quick, so maybe I would not find the points exactly, but I just want to use it to illustrate something, how we can divide the square into thirds. And then we do the same for this side, then the same for this side. Now what we have done, we have just divided this last square which we are basing our interest into thirds. We drew the two diagonals across the square, and then we found the half point. Then we drew diagonals across the half sides also. So these two diagonals is across the half sides. Now the intersection here, these intersections here are the thirds. So we will just put a line there, one in this intersection and another one in this intersection. So this is one side. So one, two, and then three. We have just divided the square into thirds. And then uh, the intersections, they are points for they are points where we price will change trend. We can see this intersection here. We can see that is where we had this small swing, and then here. Then uh, if we draw the one third, because dividing this one into thirds is just to help us to draw the one third and the two thirds in that square. So we'll draw first the one third. Let's use the bold line. So the first one is the one third. This is the one third line, which will make it bold. This is one third, and then the two thirds, we draw it through like that. This is the two thirds line. Now we can see from here, the two thirds line is the angle which stopped the advance here, which we had previously in the beginning of the year. The two thirds line or the angle is the side which stopped the advance. Now here, here price is just here on this major diagonal. If price should move above this major diagonal, then ideally price can go. This will be the one third angle would be our resistance point where we think price can find the major resistance. This intersection here is where price advanced from here, this side. And then also one thing I would mention is that in the previous video we checked that the 0.618 of the remainder ends on the 30th of July. If we check for the whole square, we realize that for the whole square, this is the whole square, and then we realize that the 0.707, this one, which we call the sacred cut, the 0.707 also exactly is on 30th of July, which coincides with the 0.618 level that we found in the previous video as for the remainder side of the 3.0 square. So here also we would have two ranges coinciding, the 0.618 of the remainder side and the 0.707, which is the sacred cut of the whole square, both of them coinciding on 30th of July. So you expect some price fluctuations there on 30th of July. And then the other angles we can draw also if we use the fib, then let's say we want the expansion rather, so we take it from the top. So here, roughly, and then here. So we have our zero point 0.5 here, which the half angle that we discussed previously. So we just try to see, let's see, use different color. So let's say blue color. So we draw the zero point 0.5 angle. We can draw also the 0.236 angle, which is this. This is the 0.236 angle. We would not draw the other angles because I just wanted to use these two angles to illustrate something. So now we can see from here that price reached the 0.236 angle here. That is the angle which also stopped the recent advance, and then price moved down again, and now price is just exactly on the major diagonal of the whole 3.0 square. So if price should find a bounce, I want to zoom it well. Here is it. You can see this is the 0.236 angle, and price stopped exactly on that angle. That angle looks stronger now because it has stopped advance twice here. And then the third time here. Now price is exactly here on the major diagonal. If price should bounce again, then we expect this line to again either stop price, or this time if we break through it, then the 1/3 angle is the next angle that we can expect to hold the price action. Otherwise, if it breaks below it, then that swing here, which we were talking about, then it can also maybe occur, and then price will either find the bottom part or price will come down to find a double bottom here. Because if you find the range here to the down, if you find this range, it is the same range. If price will make a double bottom, then it is the same range here. So if we break through this diagonal, then we can find a double bottom also here. So we can do this on our own. We just find the thirds of the angle, then we draw our 1/3 angle, and then 1/6 angle, and then also we can use the fib ratio to find the other angles: 0.236, 0.382, then the major 0.618 angle. Also we can draw it, and we can trade swings in between the angles. If price should hit a line, we can trade a reversal. Of price should go below a line, we can trade also an advance. So as price is now making a swing which we are not aware, or we are not sure where it will go because of that alternation here, we can use the angle to guide us forward. So if it is clear, just give some likes. If not, you can put your questions in the comment section, and then it will be answered as and when we receive them. Have a nice time, trade carefully, and good luck.